The 24 Hours of Le Mans 2024 edition is finally over. And for the second time in a row, Ferrari AF Corse was the overall winner with a very dramatic finish of the number 50 car with just 2% in its energy tank. It was an incredible edition of the 24 Hours of Le Mans race with great fights in the race and also with some controversial moments. So let's check now how Ferrari won the 24 Hours of Le Mans race in 2024. First of all, let's check now how the starting grid was in the Hypercar class. Porsche Penske number 6 started in pole position after a fantastic lap from Kevin Estre in the Hyperpole session. In second place was the number 3 Cadillac Racing. In the second row, we had both cars Ferrari AF Corse there with the number 51 in third and the 50 in fourth. And about the Toyota cars, the car number 8 started in 13th and the car 7 started in 23rd after Kobayashi caused a red in the qualifying session and lost all the lap times. When the race began, Vanthoor made a good start and kept the lead and everything was okay in the first corners without any crashes. But in the middle of first lap of the race, Antonio Giovinazzi was able to overtake Vanthoor and became the new leader of the race. And this was to prove that the Ferrari cars were with great performance. So let's understand how was the balance of performance in the hypercar class between the winner contenders. Cadillac had a minimum weight of 1036 kilograms, a maximum power of 509 kilowatts below 250 kilometers per hour without any power gain above it and a maximum stint energy of 900 megajoules. Ferrari had a minimum weight of 1043 kilograms, a maximum power of 508 kilowatts below 250 kilometers per hour with a power loss of 1.7% above it and a maximum stint energy of 900 megajoules. Porsche had a minimum weight of 1042 kilograms, a maximum power of 511 kilowatts below 250 kilometers per hour without any power gain above it and a maximum stint energy of 904 megajoules. Toyota had a minimum weight of 1053 kilograms, a maximum power of 508 kilowatts below 250 kilometers per hour with a power gain of 0.9% above it and a maximum stint energy of 906 megajoules. During the race, we had some moments of rain at Le Mans and this shook the running order a lot because part of the track was wet and another part was dry, causing headaches for the drivers and teams. But besides this, Ferrari was still in the game and was consistently in first positions of the race. In the third hour of the race, we had the BMW number 20 driven by Robin Frins crashing in the barriers at the Ford chicanes, but the Dutch driver was able to return to the pits on his own and because of this, BMW was able to repair the car. Some moments later, a double trouble for Alpine, first with the car number 35 suffered with an engine failure and Ferdinand Habsburg stopped the car on the track. Minutes later, it was the number 36 to retire from the race for the same reason. A huge shame for the French manufacturer considering that they were racing in their home race. And during the night, we had a very controversial moment with an accident of Dries Vanthoor at the end of Mulsanne Straight after being hit by Robert Kubica with AF Corse number 83. This is considered controversial because unfortunately some people are blaming Vanthoor for not giving position for Kubica considering that the BMW driver was losing a lap and the Polish driver was the leader in that moment. This caused the first safety car period in the race and the number 83 car got a 30-second stop and go penalty for causing the accident. Some hours later, we had more rainy moments in the race and this caused a long period of safety car for 4 hours and 26 minutes. When the race restarted, Toyota 8 was the leader of the race and Porsche Penske number 6 in second place. At the 18th hour of the race we had two huge crashes at the Indianapolis corner with Felipe Nasr crashing there first with the car number 4 Porsche Penske, declaring the end of the race of this crew. Some moments after, it was the turn of Heart of Racing number 27 Aston Martin GT3 car to crash hard at the Indianapolis corner and the car was upside down, but at least Daniel Mancinelli was able to get out the car by himself. At that moment, the Porsche Penske car number 6 was the leader of the race. In the 19th hour of the race, we had two troubles involving Cadillac cars. First with the number 3 the yellow Caddy stopped on the track, but Scott Dixon could return the car to the pits. Unfortunately an oil leak was detected and it was race over for the Cadillac number 3. Moments later, Pipo Derani crashed the Whelen Cadillac number 311 also at the Indianapolis curve into the tire barriers. But unlike Nasr and Mancinelli, Derani was able to return to the track and brought the car to the pits for repairs. At that moment, the duel for the victory was between 3 Ferraris, 2 Toyotas, Cadillac number 2 and Porsche Penske number 6. However, in the 21st hour of the race, the car number 83 suffered an issue in its hybrid system and needed to retire from the race. And we also had trouble for the car number 7 Toyota, which needed to pit early due to a slow puncture on the right front wheel. At the 22nd hour of the race, the rain returned at Le Mans and more drama on the track, considering that there were about 2 hours remaining. And this forced the front runners to pit for the wet tires. The order didn't change besides the slow pit for the Toyota number 8 with a trouble in tire change. At the 23rd hour of the race, we had 2 dramatic moments involving the winner contenders in the hypercar class. First was the contract between the cars 8 Toyota and 51 Ferrari AF Corse with Brendan Hartley spinning. This caused a 5 seconds penalty for the 51 car in the pit stop. Almost at the same moment, the car 50 was with the right door open, forcing a mandatory pit stop from race control to fix it. Because of it, the car number 7 Toyota became the new leader and a great contender to win the race. But in the last hour of the race, everything changed with Nicklas Nielsen making his last pit stop with the car 50 Ferrari AF Corse with 50 minutes remaining, and the Danish driver decided to go until the end in an economic run. What seemed to be impossible became a very dramatic and an incredible victory for Ferrari AF Corse number 50 with Antonio Fuoco, Miguel Molina and Nicklas Nielsen. The Danish driver made a spectacular drive in the last minutes of the race, saving the fuel in the 50 car, and because of it, Nielsen crossed the finish line with only 2% in the energy tank. And with that, Ferrari won for the second time in a row at overall position in 24 hours of Le Mans, and it was also the 11th time the Italian manufacturer won this most important endurance race in the world. Ferrari also did a double podium because the car 51 finished in 3rd place. The second place was the Toyota car number 7 with Kamui Kobayashi, Jose Maria Lopez and Nick de Vries. Its sister car number 8 finished in 5th position. A disappointing finish for the crew considering that they led a great part of the race and the chances for the win were gone after being hit by the car 51 in the penultimate hour. In 4th position was the car number 6 Porsche Penske, which almost got a podium at Le Mans because they finished about 1 second behind the car 51. And its sister full-season car number 5 finished in 6th position. Unfortunately, it wasn't the result that Porsche was expecting, which was the 20th overall win, because they didn't have top speed enough in the straights according to the LMDH director Urs Kuridl. But compared to the 2023 edition, Porsche made a great improvement, especially in reliability, because there were no mechanical issues which were very common last year. And in 7th place was the number 2 Cadillac Racing. Unfortunately, not this time Caddy was the winner because the damp track was not favorable for the American team. And there are 2 manufacturers, besides not being very competitive enough to fight for the victory, but at least deserve some highlights of the race. I'm talking about Lamborghini and Isotta Fraschini. Starting with Lamborghini, the Squadra Corse got its first points in the Hypercar Championship with the car 63 finishing in 10th position and its sister car finishing in 13th position. A very important result for Lamborghini considering that its first year in the hypercar class and there were no kind of mechanical issues during the 24 hours of the race. And about Isotta Fraschini, the Italian manufacturer finished in 14th place, and also they didn't have any kind of mechanical issue during the 24 hours of the race. Congratulations to both Italian manufacturers for being able to finish the 24 hours of Le Mans without having any kind of mechanical issue. So let's check now the standing championships after the 24 hours of Le Mans. First with the Hypercar Drivers' Championship. André Lotterer, Kevin Estre and Laurens Vanthoor are still the leader with 99 points. In second place is now Antonio Fuoco, Miguel Molina and Nicklas Nielsen with 90 points. In third place is Kamui Kobayashi and Nick de Vries with 82 points. In fourth place is Callum Ilott and Will Stevens with 60 points. And in fifth place is Fred Makowiecki, Matt Campbell and Michael Christensen with 56 points. And now the Hypercar Manufacturers' Championship. Porsche is still the leader with 108 points. Ferrari is now in second place with 99 points. Toyota is in third place with 96 points. In fourth place is Alpine with 23 points. And in fifth place is BMW with 21 points. So congratulations for Ferrari for the 11th victory in history at the 24 hours of Le Mans. Besides some mistakes during the race which caused lost positions or some penalties, Ferrari proved that they had the speed and also solid running at Le Mans, and that's why they won the race. A great manufacturer like Ferrari deserves a lot of a historical victory like it was this year. So this was my review about the 24 hours of Le Mans, explaining how Ferrari won this race for the second time in a row. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to not lose any more videos about WEC and IMSA. We see you in the next videos.